Now from the 12 News I-Team, who is tracking the newest generation born into homelessness?
The I-Team found that in Arizona, no one is keeping track of the number of babies born homeless, despite a growing homeless population. Here's Erica Stapleton with part of her report, Hidden Homeless.
The Chevy can feel cramped when two people are calling it home.
I just keep on waking up and just telling myself it could be worse.
Jane and her partner said they started living in their SUV after they lost their jobs and drained their savings. We've changed her name due to her circumstances.
This is the very first time for me to ever be in this situation.
The need for housing, all the more urgent as this pair is about to become a trio.
What are you going to do when the baby comes?
I should hopefully have a place by then. I'm more than sure I will.
Jane didn't expect to be homeless and pregnant. But here she is, 43 years old, belly getting bigger, ankles more swollen by the day. She hadn't been to a doctor yet when we first met her in November 2022.
I'm not really scared when I'm with him because I know that he does everything for the best of me.
Despite a growing homeless population in the Phoenix metro area, Arizona doesn't track homeless pregnancies like some other states do. Arizona's Department of Health Services tracks births for each year, but doesn't monitor if a baby is born into homelessness. And state agencies like Arizona's Department of Child Safety or the Medicaid program, ACCESS, don't track this either and have no specific programs to help this specific population.
Underreported, understated, under-resourced, big problem. Everybody sees it. You drive down any street and you can see there's encampments, on the overpasses and the dirt lots. Pregnant homeless women and families are kind of the hidden homeless.
Whitney Thistle is the vice president of philanthropy at Maggie's Place, a provider that works exclusively with pregnant homeless women. Their 26 beds are typically at capacity, and beyond that, they usually get 70 calls a week from women looking for shelter. Of those 70 weekly calls, she estimates about a third are repeat women, desperate week after week to find some place to stay. The rest are unique.
And we are unfortunately unable to serve them because we are at capacity.
If there was more data on this vulnerable population, providers say it could lead to more resources.
We desperately need more access to resources, and unfortunately that comes at a cost from a community standpoint.
Dr. Badisha Ray, an OBGYN at Valleywise Health Medical Center, says the hospital doesn't keep this data either, but she definitely sees pregnant patients facing homelessness, sometimes struggling quietly to find a place to stay.
Pregnancy itself may actually be a criteria by which patients are excluded from certain shelters.
In Jane's case, she and her partner are having a hard time finding a shelter that will take a couple together.
There's no resource for couples.
And her situation is about to get even more dire. It turns out Jane was facing forgery charges from a case last year. And in January, she was booked in jail on a bench warrant after missing at least 2 hearings.
The day that I had my hearing is when I went into labor and had my baby.
Jane told the judge that on the day she was supposed to have a hearing, she had her baby prematurely, but the judge wouldn't let her leave custody.
I'm not going to change your bond at this time. Please, ma'am, I'm begging you. I promise that I will do everything.
Jane eventually took a plea deal where she got out on probation, and she told the judge she had a place to go.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet, Jane texted me last week and said she and her partner were still living in the SUV with their newborn daughter. No luck finding a shelter that will take the whole family. We dig a lot deeper into this vulnerable population as we try to track down who is helping and how desperate situations can turn deadly. Our full documentary, Hidden Homeless, is available now on the 12 News YouTube channel and all our streaming platforms. We're in the studio. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.